Hey everyone, it's Zachary Labre here, and here in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about growing your agency with specific appointment setting methods. So, what a lot of people do is everyone has their own method to grow their agency, and they have different complicated, convoluted things to do, but there's one method that everyone uses in the space. They all do it, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. And I'm qualified to tell you this because I scaled my own online marketing agency to over 10K per month, and we're consistently running it right now in the back end. So I'm going to hop into my whiteboard of truth and justice in Miro, shout out to Alex Becker, and show you guys the exact method we use to scale to over 10K per month, pretty much on autopilot by booking tons of appointments. All right, so we're here in the whiteboard of truth and justice. Now, before we actually hop into what we do, you got to understand what most people do in the beginning, right? Now, I'm sure you guys have seen tons of different ways to get appointments on your calendar. And what a lot of people do, they either do one of these three things, right? Or one of all these things, right? They do cold email, right? Cold email. Now, guys, please bear with me. My handwriting's terrible. So you do the cold email, they either cold call, or they do some sort of cold SMS, right? Now, all this here is something called cold outreach. Now, cold outreach is basically going to people who don't know who you are and saying, hey, what's up, bro? You want my service? Basically what it is. You go to people who never heard of you, never done anything with you, and they want to buy your service and your products. Now, here's the thing. Cold outreach is a really good method, but if you've noticed, everyone who's big in the game, they don't use cold outreach, or they transition from cold outreach to the new method. The reason why is because cold outreach is really good if you have basically no money and you have no skills, and it's really good to teach you in the beginning. But the thing is that it's very hard to close people, because when you get in front of people with cold email, cold call, and cold SMS, you seem kind of, how do I say, salesy, right? Let me redo that. Wow. You seem kind of salesy, right? So the thing is, when you go around and you start going to cold outreach, you seem like lower quality, right? You get lower quality leads. I'll do LQ. You get lower quality leads. You get lower quality appointments. And at the end, you also a lot of times get lower quality clients as well. And the biggest issue with cold systems like this is it takes a long time, right? It takes a long time, and it's very painful. So not all of the leads and appointments you get are going to be low quality, but most of them are going to be people who are at the bottom of the barrel. And you don't want to do that, right? When you start, you don't want to do that. The only real benefit I would see to cold email or cold calling or cold outreach in general is that it is cheap in the beginning, because it costs you basically nothing to go pick up the phone and call somebody. It's like your phone bill. And it teaches you skills. So it teaches you skills like how to sell your service. It gives you thick skin. Those are good things, right? Those are all good things. But the big issue is that these problems honestly really outweigh a lot of the benefits, right? These problems are very apparent. It took me a long time to get to my first 10 clients because I did nothing but cold outreach. So I kept calling people, I kept saying no, I kept getting screamed at, kept having the systems running, and it's just very, very difficult. Now, in my opinion, what I suggest you guys do is the new method that everyone transitions to after they actually hit a cold email plateau. Because after a certain point, you're going to hit a plateau, right? You're going to hit a plateau here. Of course, you guys know what a plateau is. It's going to be like, boom, right there. You're going to hit this plateau where you're going to actually reach maybe, let's say, 10K per month, something like that. And it's going to be harder to scale because these outreach methods have something that, or they don't have something that you need. These outreach methods don't have something called leverage, right? There really isn't much leverage because you can't really scale. You're going to have to consistently do cold outreach over and over again, and it takes up a lot of your time and energy. Now, what most people do is once they hit around 10K, maybe even 15K per month, they transition to get above the plateau. They transition into this new method here. And this new method here is a method I'm sure you guys all know, and that is ads, right? Advertising. Now, here's the thing, right? Ads are the most powerful thing you can do to grow your business. And you probably know this because you probably are trying to start an advertising agency. So you probably know how powerful ads are, right? You probably run ads for your own clients or seen ads online. You know how a powerful ad can really change the game and grow your business. Now, I heard a really good quote from this guy in a mastermind one time. I was in a mastermind, and he said basically that ads are like steroids, right? So let's just say we have prospect one. He does cold email, cold outreach, and he's weak. He has no muscles. You can see he doesn't lift, right? Ads are like steroids. So when he uses ads, look at this bodybuilder here. I mean, my goodness, he looks like he's using synthol. That's terrible. But basically, look how thick he is now. He is thick and strong because he uses ads. And everyone in the game understands that ads are perfect. And the reason why ads really help you grow your business way better than any cold outreach is because ads, number one, they are a perfect balance between want and attention. Right? So the thing is, when you run ads to grow your own SMMA, you're getting people into your SMMA who are actively saying, yes, I want your service. Now, it's higher quality because when you run an ad, people see you as an authority, right? When you do something like running ads or even creating content on YouTube, it gives you the authority that cold call or cold SMS could never give you. So because of this, it's very, very easy to get people who see you as an authority, see you know what you're doing. And of course, if you're running ads for yourself, you're probably going to be good at running ads for someone else. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? Now, another thing about ads is that it is easily scalable, right? Easily scalable. So with ads, you could spend an exact dollar amount and get an exact number of eyeballs. I'm going to do the anime eyes. An exact number of eyeballs, right? So for example, if you run ads, if you spend $5 on an ad, you're going to get basically, let's just say 100 views. And it doesn't matter how good the video is or not. If you spend money, you're going to get a certain number of views. That's with every platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? Now, this is really good because when you do this, it's actually guarantees a stable growth. So all you need to do to get more eyeballs and get to your closing rate is just raise the budget. So now we have $10. Now we have 200 eyeballs, right? So it's very, very simple. Now, what people do is they always start off with cold calling, cold SMS, cold whatever, and then they transition into ads. What I say is, I suggest you, if you have some money, and every one of you probably has, let's just say around maybe like an extra $500 a month, right? $500 a month isn't a crazy amount. You can literally work at McDonald's and make $2,000 a month. You can literally work at McDonald's, save that money, and run that on ads. Because you're going to get the highest quality clients, you're going to get more results and more people into your pipeline as simply as possible. So what it all comes down to is, I highly recommend that instead of starting off with cold, but first start off with ads, right? Because ads are going to get you exactly where you want to go at a much more consistent pace, right? Now that I've kind of explained to you why you should use ads, let me break down exactly how an ad should work, right? Now, there are key points to an ad. Now, the first point here is you need the hook, right? You need the hook. So the hook is the part of the ad that captures people's attention. So if you can capture people's attention, you can get them to keep watching. If you never ever capture anyone's attention, you'll never get someone to buy. If they never watch your video, they'll never know who you are. So this is arguably, and I think it is, the most important part of the entire system. If you can't hook people, if you can't get people to bite on the hook like a fish, right? Little fish here, little fish hook here. If you can't get people to bite, wow. If you can't get people to bite on that, it's never gonna work, right? So the first thing is you must hook people. Once you hook people, you must immediately, and I mean pretty much almost immediately, say your offer, right? Now your offer, I'm sure you've seen my other videos. If you haven't, go click the link below and check them out. But your offer is the backbone of your entire system, and people need to understand what your offer is as soon as possible, right? Because it basically acts like a really, really good weed out method. The reason why you want to say your offer immediately is because your offer is like a magnet. So your offer, let's draw a magnet here. Your offer is like a magnet. So it attracts people who are interested in your offer, and it repels people who don't want your offer. And that's what you want, right? A lot of people think when you run ads, you have to get everyone on the planet to see it. No, I don't want everyone to see my ad. I want people who actually are serious about who they or about my offer to watch my ad, right? So for example, if I'm running an ad for a flooring company or I want to get more floors into my SMMA, the first thing I'll say is, hey, floors, right? That's the first thing I'll say. I'll say floors. The number one thing, because if I say and call out my exact avatar and then call out the offer, that is what's going to happen. So let me actually write this here. You should call out avatar call out, right? Avatar call out and then offer. That's basically what it is, right? So hook, avatar call out, offer. Then what you can guys do here is have a testimonial. So a testimonial, I'm sure you guys know, is just results that people have with your service, right? So people go back and say, hey, love what this guy does amazing, whatever case it be, right? Now, it's okay if you don't have this because you don't need it in the beginning, right? Because at the end of the day, even if you don't have your testimonial, your offer is going to be more important than testimonial. So as long as your offer is good, people are going to hop on the call with you. But if you have a testimonial, that works too, right? Now, after you have a testimonial, then we want to go back here and we want to reiterate the offer. Reiterate offer and handle objections, right? So you want to kind of say in a way where you handle the objections that the person might have while also talking about the offer that you have, right? And that's the balance of the two. So for example, let's say you go through the system and you say, hey, it's a floor. Let's say you want to do it for a floor. The hook is like, are you a floorer who gets no leads? Just for example. Then you say, awesome. So you said the offer in the hook. Are you a floorer who gets no leads? So our system will guarantee you get 20 leads in the next 10 days, something like that, right? Then you say, just take a look at John. We're able to get him 20 leads in 10 days, right? Now, the thing is, we had the offer. He said, now this works for you if you don't have a social media following. This works for you if you don't have any systems behind it, because we do everything for you. So it reiterates the offer, and you handle objections because you want to make sure people think that this is for me, and any situations or things that people may think that will stop them from getting the result, you have to shut that down, right? So you shut down the objections that they may have in the actual call or the actual ad itself. So after that, you have testimonial, reiterate the offer, handle objections, and then you have a call to action. So the big thing is, a lot of people miss this. You have to tell people what to do online. Like, you have to tell them exactly why they need to hop on a call or what they need to do with you, because people aren't going to know, right? People aren't going to know. People need to be basically fed all the information. So you tell them, hey, if that sounds like you, click the link below and hop on a call. That's pretty much it, right? So that's the entire system when it comes to running an entire ad. So the hook, the avatar, the offer, floors, all this stuff, right? Now, once you run this system, you just basically have to make sure as well that you do something that a lot of people don't do. And that is, you have to slightly entertain, right? Now, a lot of people don't talk about this, But in today's age, it is important. You have to have some sort of like high quality entertainment when it comes to the ad itself. Like that really helps. That really helps. If you don't have it, it can still work, but quality entertainment is very good to grow your business. So what we do is we like to do different shots of different angles, different things like that to make people engage in actually watching the video, right? Because if they're not engaged in it, then it's not really going to do as well, right? Then after you make sure it's engaging and enticing with the actual ad, what you finally must do is work on the ad copy, right? So the ad copy, specifically for, we're talking about Facebook ads, but this could work with any ad or any ad platform. But the ad copy is basically the text above the ad. So I'm going to show you an example of an ad that we made, and that's working very well for us and booking appointments with us, so you guys can just see exactly what it is. But basically, the ad copy is the text above the ad that people read. So the ad copy should just reiterate everything here, right? Should reiterate everything here. So yeah, so that's basically what it comes down to. That's the entire platform and system. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to show you the ad that we used to fill our calendars by getting floors, roofers, and contractors to run ads for them. So let me hop into my Facebook ads account. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Awesome, perfect. So now we're in my Facebook ad system. Now I'm going to actually click here and see an advanced preview so I can show you guys how it looks a lot better. Now this exact ad follows the same formula. So our offer was 100 qualified leads in 100 days or they don't pay. Very good offer. Now, if you want to learn more about offers, I do have a couple of videos in my library as well, or you can hop on a call with us and we'll show you exactly how we can help you out, work with you one-on-one to grow your business. But let's actually hop into the system. I'll show you exactly what it looks like.
You're not short on skill, you're short on leads. You could be the best floorer in town, but if no one knows who you are, your phone stays silent. No calls, no cash. But what if I told you my team and I will get you 100 local qualified leads in 100 days or you don't pay? Look at our client Ben. We managed to get him a 5-figure flooring job in just 2 weeks of working with us. We fly out to you, we shoot the ads, we run the systems. You just gotta close the jobs. We bring you real people who need your service now. So if you're serious about growing your business, click the link below and let's get your calendar booked.
So yeah, I think it's very, very good. This is my business partner, Pedro, as you guys know, on the YouTube channel, did very well. So basically that's exactly the formula. If I go back here, we had a hook, which was you're not short on skill, you're short on leads. Called out the avatar saying you could be the best floorer, but if nobody knows who you are, nobody picks up the phone and you get no calls, no leads. Our offer was 100 leads in I believe it was 100 days. Yeah, 100 qualified leads in 100 days, right? So that was our offer. Testimonial was Ben, right? We reiterate the offer saying we fly out to you, we do all these things. So it handles the objection of thinking that how can I do this? Like I don't have to do this. Don't worry, we do it all for you. And basically just call to action, CTA. Literally go there and click a link. And this completely filled our calendar, right? So that's basically it there. Now, this is great information, guys. If you guys want more information and you guys want one-on-one help with us, again, please hop on a call with us and we'd love to talk to you, learn more about your situation, see how we can help you start or scale your SMMA so you can basically build an online business and be completely have freedom that you need to basically do whatever you want, right? Because this is awesome. It's just so fun for me, guys. So I'm glad you guys, I hope you guys love the video and I'll see you in the next one.